In the past decade, I've personally sold over 1,500 houses and coached countless agents to do the same. And yet one question keeps coming up over and over. Why isn't my house selling? So what I figured was, why not ask AI? The answer should be easy, right? Well, I was wrong, like embarrassingly wrong. Because right now, there are about 1.2 million homes on the market that haven't sold. And the sellers, they're frustrated. And the agents, they feel stuck. And increasingly, both of them are going to AI and they're asking that exact same question, which is, why isn't this home selling? The question, it sounds simple. The answer, it's not. In December, I invited my friend Lauren Lucas, fellow AI nerd and agent who also teaches real estate agents about AI for a living. The two of us set out to figure out, could AI tell us why our listings aren't selling? We used the 4 major AI tools to help us analyze 4 listings, and we invested 20 plus hours of prompting. And what we got was, well, results that neither of us were fully happy with.
I was amazed at how inefficient the process was. So I still have no idea how to have content that someone would want to watch based other than maybe a bunch of like attempts and a bunch of ineffective responses.
I pulled a condo downtown that's had multiple price reductions, a farmhouse that's on 6 acres that's just been sitting on the market, and a flip that we did that we actually added a bedroom and a bathroom. That way they were 3 completely different segments, 3 completely different buyer segments of who that demographic may be, just to show how niched it actually could get. I wanted to see what AI came up with. I had it only pull public data to see if there was anything that I as the human was missing, whereas you took the human approach first of how would I do this as a human. So I love that contrast in and of itself, because again, we're showing them it doesn't all have to be a one size fits all. Like no matter what your brain says, whether it's AI first or human first, we're showing both ways as to the efficiencies and or inefficiencies of what each one of those things is. The initial prompt was, why is this not selling? Which is probably what 99% of the agents are asking. They're using it like Google. It said it's priced a little ahead of where the buyer pool was willing to bite. Days on market, 87 days. The pattern is classic. The market basically told you the clearing price, but it took time and reductions. It told me that the online interest was there, but something wasn't converting. And it showed me the Zillow shows 1,300 views and 63 saves, but 87 days on market. So it gave me very informative information, but nothing niched to that property. And then when I took the prompt that I gave it, which is, you are my AI listing analyst and market researcher, I gave it obviously be compliant when coming through with information of who this buyer demographic would be, stay fair housing compliant. And then I told it to research all these different websites of Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, etc., give neighborhood context, basic local market signals. That's when it really dove in and gave me information such as, with 80% confidence, I can say the price was initially above the threshold of the micro market. The buyer filter friction was you only have 1.5 baths. So that's when it gave me much more niched information.
So it said that it's overpriced and that the market is determined that it's overpriced based on the fact that it's sat for 90 plus days. What do you do with that as an agent? Isn't that something that you intuitively already knew? I've used it on my own house to analyze photos just in test cases. I know every single light bulb in our house is 3,000 Kelvin. And so it still tells me to match each light bulb, despite the fact that I know 100% of the light bulbs in our house are 3,000 K. So it must be some generic response that shows up in the ChatGPT data when analyzing real estate photos.
It came up in each one. Yeah. It came up as the under 500, changed the lighting, and it said warm in every single one. So for example, the condo that is not selling. So it said here, the parking is a silent deal breaker because it's on street only. It also says that the HOA, that we have to change the perception of what that monthly payment does as far as rate sensitivity with the segment.
I'll be honest, I expected the results to be better, truthfully. I got a lot of vibes. I got a lot of feelings and a lot of vibes, and I didn't get a lot of evidence and a lot of data. I was surprised that AI accounted for no timing-based strategy. Right, so like in the Midwest, we have a way different timing dynamic than what you have in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or in Florida, where you get second home buyers or vacation buyers. Very different seasonality, and there was no seasonality taken into account, and then there was no strategy to change and adapt to seasonality. And being on the market in November and December and not having a buyer is not the most unusual thing.
But it didn't talk about lease expiration. It didn't talk about, instead of a price reduction, put it back on the market in March. It didn't talk about any of that.
If ChatGPT and Gemini and all the large language models were real estate agents, how effective would you say they were as a real estate agent in analyzing a stalled property?
I would say 65%.
I would say an inexperienced real estate agent and someone who watches HGTV, somewhere in the range of an agent who's newer in their career, an HGTV watcher, and someone who practices the job fewer than, half a dozen times a year. It probably spit out generic and general responses that you would expect from that person. It was not insightful. And I say that as we say that as like two of the most AI accelerate people that we know of in the industry, right? It's like, I'm not looking to quash the idea that AI can come up with good analysis. I actually was surprised at how poor the analysis was. I expected it to be better. Two things that I think stand out that not all agents would have unearthed without that AI maybe brought to the table, which was the marketing and positioning of the HOA payment. Real life, there are people who would object to a monthly HOA payment. We know that for sure. And so coming up with a way to position why the HOA payment is actually more cost effective than alternatives. Because we run into this all the time where buyers don't realize that oftentimes an HOA is really amortized maintenance. Instead of replacing roof, windows, exterior, HVAC systems, and also having amenities, you're really just amortizing the cost of that you're paying for as an independent homeowner when those disasters show up. With a condo, instead, you're paying for it every month in a structured way as an HOA payment. So that to me is valuable as an agent to unearth. And then the optics of street parking versus garage parking. There is a premium most of the time for garage parking versus street parking, depending on the market, especially in the Midwest where we are. There were times in my career where I did not know what that cost was and may not have been known to look for that. And there certainly was a time when I wouldn't have thought about packaging the HOA payment as an amortized maintenance plan. I still think that there's a way to determine taking our thought process, our data, and our context and marrying it into some sort of either prompt or some sort of data set in order to actually extract usable information and not just vague noise, but actually separate the signal. I just didn't find it in a way that most agents would be able to do it or most consumers would be able to do it. This is proactive instead of reactive. I teach it this way, is that it's every seller every week. Every one of your sellers you're having this conversation with every single week, where you're analyzing the property, you're reviewing last week's results, and you're forecasting or executing on next action steps. And AI should be proactively doing something very similar in order to provide the resource for the agent to be able to have that every seller every week conversation. And so I think that there's a solution for it. It just doesn't exist today. The good news is that we know that this experiment today, real estate agents still have a secure role. A great real estate agent who cares about their clients and wants to provide the best service for the consumer still has a lot of good job security and still provides a ton of value. Because today, AI, even with our combined, we probably combined it to 20 hours worth of prompting and working to try to get insightful responses, and just couldn't get there. This is a brand new or average agent at best.
We went in as champions for AI, but we came out as skeptics, at least for now. What prompt actually works, we have no clue. We're still trying to figure that out. And when we crack it, you'll be the first to know. But today, I'd say your job is as safe as it was before you were able to ask ChatGPT for recipes and life advice.